think we're live.
I hope we're live.
I think we're
Are
live.
we live?
Oh,
This
we
is
should-
the part where we have to check the levels and the video. So let us know if you can't hear us or you can't see us.
Oh, we've got some yays.
Or you
Or-
don't want to hear us, and you don't
Or you
want
don't
to
want
see
to do any of those things. In which case, there is a close the window button. It's probably right up there for you, but maybe up there if you're watching on a Mac. And you can just use one of those, and we'll cry ourselves to sleep tonight. Think of all the people that could have been here and decided they didn't want to be
I'm
here.
assuming we're live because
I'm-
the chat just exploded.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. Good. Okay.
And I'm also assuming that there aren't
Oh,
audio
yeah.
problems particularly, or that there aren't video problems particularly. But if there are, let us know. Man, today's live chat is sponsored by the letter Z. Z, like zzz. What a wonderful letter. I think we should all demonstrate some Z right now.
I went to bed at 3. I'm great.
You did go to bed early. Early. They're like 3 in the morning is early for bed. And yes, the answer is yes, it is. 3. Audio is a tiny bit off. Okay. I mean, we can also do this. How bad is that clap when you see this in the future when that plays?
We might just leave it because we don't.
I
have
assume we
Peter
will.
Here.
Yeah, it'll be more trouble to try to actually fix probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if there's no terrible problems. Hey everybody, I'm AJ. I write and I direct on the channel, and you can see me a bunch of the videos too. A bunch of them, like the Medic. Well, that one just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who else was in the Medic song?
Me. I was the heavy. Sandwich.
And the Sandwich, you were both.
I was the sandwich. Yes.
Wow, that's great.
I can transform into sandwiches.
That's funny.
And I'm Gwen, and you can hear my voice in the Medic bloopers.
Yay.
And also, what was the last thing I was in? Baldy?
Baldy you were in.
Yeah.
Before that you were in Granny. Before that you were in Just Monica. You're actually in like every video this year
Pikachu.
almost.
Almost.
Yeah. You didn't show up in this one, the You and Me, and you didn't show up in Don't Starve, the musical.
That's true.
Yeah, everything else you're in some way. Whoa, super chats are showing up. Hold on, we gotta get to those in a
Alright.
second.
All right, let's talk about super chat first.
Oh my
If
goodness.
you wanna, anybody can ask us a question. Just put your question in all caps, followed by the question.
Like, question, and then type what your question is. We'll try to
Yes.
answer as many of these as we can, assuming they're not inappropriate. That brings us to a different point,
And
by the way,
then
no swearing and stuff.
Yeah, and then super chats are, there's a little money sign next to the emoji face down where you type stuff. You can donate money and we'll answer your question, but we will only answer your question once. So don't donate a little, ask a question, donate a little, ask a question. It doesn't work like that. You get to ask one question no matter what your donation is, and if you ask more, they won't be answered after your first question.
Yeah,
So,
we appreciate the support, but we also want to make sure that we give other people a chance. And we don't want someone to be able to hijack using their generosity as a platform to stop other people's questions from being answered. So we're going to only do one question per person, even if you super chat.
It does look like right now the super chats are non-questions. So we're just
so we can
gonna
sponsor other people's questions.
We can.
These kind of people are sponsoring ER question.
But thank you, DragonPlay604, for your donation. Thank you. Where was the next one? Oh. Sorry,
Sunshine
scrolling.
Cat, they're also in the Discord. on the
Thank you,
side.
Sunshine Cat 17, and
Oh, yeah.
thank you, Swagmaster, who says that we're his favorite YouTuber.
Oh, thanks, Swagmaster. Okay, Sunshine Cat needs to sponsor somebody's question.
Oh, and thank you, Fluffin'. What? Oh, Fluff
Fluffin'
FNAF Lover Flip for your donation as well.
That's you gotta say that 5 times fast. Fluff naf lover fluff.
All right.
I can't do it one
Thank
time
you, and
fast.
we appreciate that you like all these basics. We had fun with that one.
All right, so Sunshine Cat wanted to sponsor somebody's question.
Yeah, they did.
Whose question is Sunshine Cat gonna help us out with today?
Where's Mr. Meows?
Oh no, you're right. Okay, so I put him up on Instagram yesterday. Thank you for sponsoring that question, Sunshine Cat. That was a good one.
That question was from Ava Sawicki. by the way.
Sawicki. Okay, so Sunshine sponsored Ava Sawicki's. Mr. Meows is our little white cat that you see. He plays Mr. Muffins in the Granny song and a couple other things. I think he's pooping right now. So I'm not going to go get him. I'm not going to bring him out here. Yeah, in fact, I might shut the door and not let him back out because cat poop stinks. in case no one actually recognized that about it has a quality. The quality is stinkiness. Maybe. Oh, there he is. I might keep him away from me still if he smells bad.
Come here, Reese.
Hey, you've been summoned.
Come here.
You've been summoned. Come on.
He's gonna jump on the microphone. And
Yeah. He
Yeah,
was
he
sitting
only
on the
wants.
mic earlier. He will probably make an appearance as a large fluffy tail at some point. Come on,
No.
Moose Monster.
Are you gonna make me grab you?
There you go.
There you go.
So here, we found him.
He's a white ghost because our screen is.
Oh my gosh, he is. Well, we promise
He's-
this is a real cat.
He's changed the settings on here.
Meow
meow. Oh, it auto set to your stinky white fur.
Yeah.
Meow. Did you have a good poop? Was it good? I'm gonna pretend that
Anyway.
you were just digging in there for fun because it's like a sandbox to you.
we're
He
gonna-
does that. He gets in and he just goes.
Send another thank you to Sergeant Meowmers528 and also Tsubaki Sawabi asked, do any of you like anime and which animes?
Oh my goodness. Do you like anime, Nate?
I like some anime. I don't actively watch it, but Cowboy Bebop's my favorite.
Okay. I like Sergeant Frog. Is he dropping fur
Yeah.
all over you?
I'm going to be a furry person.
Uh-oh. A furry? She's
Oh,
supposed to
no,
become a
no,
furry.
no, wait, what? I mean, me? What?
Yeah. I like Sergeant Frog. I think it's a really clever anime. It's almost like a parody of anime, though. All the dubbing is a little different from Japan because some of the jokes don't make as much sense to us here. But I think it's a really clever show.
I don't watch a lot of anime.
Oh.
I know.
You
I'm
watch
trying
more
to
than
think
I
of the
do with
last
it, though.
thing that I enjoyed. My little sister loves anime, and she keeps sending me things and asks me to watch them. And I will usually watch 2 to 3 episodes and then either tell her, oh, that was fun, I'll watch it with you sometime, or say, I'm done. Noragami, I feel like, was one of the last ones that I was like, this is actually really fun. Like, I could watch this for a while.
So not as much anime as you probably watch. But if you guys have suggestions and want to give them to us in the chat, maybe we'll find some time and want to watch them. There are a lot of shows we're already not watching, unfortunately.
Star Studios wants to know what breed our cat is.
Oh, that could be sponsored by Sergeant Meowmer, who gave us a 99-cent super chat.
Woohoo.
I think that's an effective team up. So Sergeant Meowmers and Star Studios are asking, what breed is this cat?
We actually have no real idea because
No.
he was a stray, and so he just kind of showed up. He's probably a mix of like 5 different things, but we did actually have the fun time the other day Googling, because obviously he's a very white, very fluffy cat. He's very noisy. He loves to talk,
He likes being in high places.
loves to climb things, and he's super social. So we were like, maybe we can find out what he is.
So that breed was a Turkish Angora, and the pictures are very close. So I wouldn't be surprised that he is mostly one of those, which is cool because those are like pretty like beloved cats. They kind of are expensive. And this guy just showed up at our last house, like at the door in the middle of the night, went, "Ow," and had no microchips. He was just a kitten back then. He wasn't even that dirty. So I don't know. We tried to figure out if he belonged to anybody, but he wasn't claimed or anything, so he stayed.
He's still going around like crazy.
William99342 says, love your vids. What inspired you to make musicals? Thank you, William.
Yes, thank you. What inspired us to make musicals, Nate?
I don't know. We've always kind of had a musical tendency. Even in like older
true.
videos that we used to do in high school, there'd always be
What do you mean by that?
a musical number or like a random,
Like a theme song?
yeah, like a theme song or something, or an original song written for a bunch of random junk we used to do.
Yeah, even in college, you ended up with a theme song in your thesis.
Yeah,
film.
my thesis film had a James Bond style opening song that AJ wrote, so we've
Yeah.
always kind of just leaned towards original musical songs.
Yeah, I had a musical number in my thesis that got cut. Actually, I made a Robin Hood one, and there was a whole song by Prince John about all the ways he wanted to kill Robin Hood, and it was gonna like do these terrible things to the poor people and stuff like that, and it didn't make it into the video. But yeah, so we just kind of figured out that video games were a really fun way to make music from long ago, and then decided to kind of careericize that on YouTube. That's not a word, but we should make it a word. Careericize.
I was gonna say before we get to another question, there are mods in here.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk
We
about those
never
mods.
addressed like a opening statement thing to things. There are
Yeah.
mods in here. I think today they're Aiden and our new mod Malctonio.
Noctonio.
Nefanjo is maybe here, maybe not here. I don't know if
She's
she
popping
showed up or
in
not.
and out. Yeah.
So
Please respect them. They're both awesome people. Aiden's been around forever. Like there was before time began. There was Aiden, and Malcolm has actually been working with us in real life at conventions. So please respect them both. Whatever they tell you goes. I see Neff and Joe's in there too. She's also been around forever. One of the very first people to ever start supporting the channel and has been with us forever. Please respect all three of them. If they tell you that you're acting out of line or that you're spamming the chat or things like that, listen to them because they are other Random Encounters fans and they've been in chats forever.
So, on that regard of listening to them, if they are answering questions too potentially
Yes.
in text, so if you ask something, pay attention to what they say because they might be answering it already because it's a frequently asked question that they know the answer to.
Yeah.
So,
We won't probably have anything new to say to whatever they're saying
and
most of the time.
secondly, I just wanted to say Peter's not here because he's at a 48-hour film festival right now.
So he's off making fun videos,
Yeah,
stretching his skills a little bit.
I was going to say, this is like a good thing for YouTubers, like to do 48-hour film festivals because you're already used to working on a really tight, like, YouTube algorithm churning experience. Peter is probably the biggest asset to their team right now because they're all going like, how do we make something so fast? And Peter's like, hold my beer. Or he's like, hold my coffee at this time of morning. He's probably been up all night. Maybe he's hold my Baja Blast today. I don't know. Oh, there was one other thing.
There was one other thing?
I'm trying to think of what the other rule is that we always try to... I had it 2
Oh,
seconds ago.
if you ask, can we make blank music?
That was it.
The
That was
answer is
the one.
always maybe. We make, 12 a year, and we make the ones that seem either the most fun at that moment or the best idea at the moment or like whatever. And we listen to you guys when you ask, but we don't always make exactly what you ask. So, maybe.
Yeah. Nothing to add there.
I did actually see Swagmaster, who did technically already give us a super chat but didn't ask a question in it, did ask what our next musical is going to be and when's it coming out. We're not telling you guys yet.
That's
it's a
true.
secret this time around.
Yeah. For once, you guys get a secret. But I've also seen somebody else. There was a question right after we said, don't ask if we're making blah, blah, blah. There was a question about Fortnite. We are confirming that we're doing a Fortnite musical. That is in production right now. I don't know when it's going to be ready, though, so don't assume that that's the next musical. That's part of the reason we don't want to tell you what we're making next, because we just don't know. But there is a Fortnite song in the works.
Thank you also to Teen Mackie, who donated and asked, what are you guys' favorite musicals?
Well, Teen Mackie, I'm going to let Gwen start.
Well, mine changes every time.
I'll start because I don't change mine.
I also don't know if this question is
Much.
always assumed to be what are our favorite musicals from
Oh.
our channel or
Oh,
what
yeah.
is it in
Oh.
general.
Whoa.
Well, Teen Mackie says they love us guys.
Sure.
So,
Bless you.
you ever have a sneeze and you don't know how to keep everybody safe from it? You just think it's gonna explode and it's gonna get everywhere, and you're just like, and you're surrounded. That was my experience.
I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna blow my nose before answering this question.
Okay, in that case, my favorite Random Encounters musical... Wait, they didn't even say to work on. My favorite Random Encounters musical to watch is Resident Enos. I love Resident Enos.
Hey, you took mine.
I did! Ha 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 ha! That's what you get for walking away and blowing your nose. I do. I have always loved Resident Enos. It was my favorite before I started hanging out with these guys, and it's still just incredibly fun to watch.
Arms. Let's just go with Arms.
Oh,
Wow, Arms is
Good
good
Arms.
too.
I like this.
That
Arms
song
is
is
fun.
awesome.
we're gonna be really weird.
Yeah, so be weird with us.
Oh. It's a tie. I like the Amiibo song a lot, but I don't like my voice in it. I want to re-record that. I think it needs to be up or down a pitch. Conversely, I really like my voice in Baldi's Basics. I hate everybody else, just my voice. No, Baldi's Basics actually is like super new, but it's jumped to like a very high level of like how happy I am with how that turned out. So Baldi's Basics, the musical, is one of my favorite things we've like ever done. Hopefully, if you haven't seen any of those, Resident Enos or Arms of a Fighter, or the Amiibo song, or even Baldi's Basics, the musical, please go take a look at them. There's like 100 other songs beyond that, so we can keep you busy all day if you haven't noticed.
You gotta scroll to the bottom of the Discord too. I think it's.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Lily Trenta, for your donation, and GamerKid 3.0 for your donation. No questions were attached.
So we're going to sponsor some of your questions.
Let's
Thank you for those
sponsor
donations.
Ridfor144, who says, AJ, how did you feel about being purple guy in FNAF?
I loved it. Thank you for that question, Ridfor and Lily. It was, I think we started making FNAF the musical before enough of the games had come out to really put all the lore together. I think we were making FNAF the musical before FNAF 3. So it was like between FNAF 2 and FNAF 3 maybe. And so like Matt Pat's theories were pretty like rough still in the early stages. And I watched them all, by the way. So I know all the things that we started like splitting ways of what he says happened and how we did it in the musical. But so back in those days, there were a lot of theories still that Phone Guy was Purple Guy and things like that. That there was only one Purple Guy, not like two of them. And crazy things that have changed since, but I really like that my version of Purple Guy ended up being kind of a nebulous, like he wasn't quite good, he wasn't quite bad, we don't really know, he's just kind of weird and he's there and we don't know what to do with him. And that represented, I think, pretty well what Purple Guy was at the time. Like, is he a traitor? Is he more mysterious than that? And our version is like, he's not good, but he's not the ultimate big bad, you know, that we made Phone Guy be. Spoilers. Good question. We also had another one, it looks like, from GamerKid sponsoring somebody's question.
Yes, GamerKid is going to sponsor.
Does GamerKid want to sponsor Amino? It's not. It was just a little further down.
This one. How often do you guys go on Amino? Because we are trying to make fandom encounters.
Gotta go on that one.
Luna Tones. How often do you go on Amino, AJ?
Not as often as I should, to be honest. Not as often as you guys. But I'm on there probably at least once every other week still. I don't do a lot there. I mostly scroll through, look at fan art, take a couple polls or quizzes. The quizzes are so hard. We've never gotten the top spot on any quiz ever,
I think that's not fair. He showed me one once that was literally a quiz about me, and I did not get the top spot, and I'm like, I don't know myself. It was
not as well as everybody else on the internet knows you. Yeah. So, it's a really fun community. There is not a fandom encounters, I think, yet, but there is a random encounters Amino made by fans. And you should go check it out. It's really awesome. I love to promote them because what they've been doing over there is super cool. And it's fun for me to stop in and take quizzes that I'm going to lose on.
Yay!
Yay!
Losing at quizzes.
We need a Nate quiz. There probably is one, but I haven't seen it yet or I haven't taken it yet. So if you guys on Amino haven't made a Nate quiz yet, I want to see if Nate can beat the Nate quiz faster than you can. The answer is no.
I'd have to sign up for Amino then.
You can never beat them. I've tried, man, a lot of times.
And then don't know how to help you. We have a super chat from Emily Awesome. Oh. Will y'all use Markiplier for another musical?
Will we?
Emily Awesome.
Can we please hang out with Markiplier somewhere, please?
You want to hang out with Markiplier?
I've never hung out with
Everybody
Markiplier.
wants to hang out with Markiplier. That's the problem, is Markiplier has so many people that want to hang out with him that it's really hard for us to schedule time with him. So, who knows? Every time I think we're maybe not going to ever do another one with him, we do another one with him. So, at this point, it's hard to ever say that we won't work with Mark again. Probably there'll be another musical with Mark almost every time we release a new one. Who knows, though? We don't have anything in the works with him right now. Did we ever have Tsubaki Sowabi?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Although I did not pronounce it that way. Is that how you're supposed to pronounce it?
It doesn't look bad to me. I wasn't sure if we sponsored a question with that one.
We didn't.
They had a question.
They did.
Oh, you're right. Oh, that's the anime question. Okay, good.
Margie Carl wants to know if Nate ever got his sandwich back.
Did you get your sandwich?
Did
No, I
you
didn't.
want your sandwich back?
I don't know where those olives went, by the way.
Oh no.
We had a jar of olives. You said they were in a bag somewhere that we brought back.
They roll away.
They were
blow
never
into
in
the
a
desert?
bag. It's possible they could have falling and rolling away?
But I used the olives to like weight down that bag because it was like flying all over the place.
I don't know. But
Oh,
there
now
was
I'm
no
very
olives in the
confused.
bag. When you go to church tomorrow, go behind it and see if
See,
there's a
there's
jar
olives.
of olives behind it that's been sitting there for 2 weeks in
In
the
the
hot sun.
So-
The answer's no. I didn't get my sandwich bag.
This sounds like a mystery.
It's okay though because it was just a lettuce sandwich with olives and fishing wire in it. So,
All my favorite things to put in a
spoilers. There was
I
fishing
love
wire
eating
in that
fishing
sandwich.
wire.
Yeah, I know,
Fishing
right?
wire's the best.
Mm.
It's like you get to eat and floss at the same time.
And if it gets wrapped on your teeth and we pull on it, then we just rip your teeth out.
That sounds
It's gonna be great.
Good Day Gaming wants to know how long does it take to put together a musical?
How long? Usually between about the shortest we've ever done is 4 days. The longest we've ever done is 5 months. It's probably this is like when Social Blade gives like estimations of how much you're making. It's like between like $2 and $2 million.
This is like when the USPS like estimates when your package is gonna arrive. Estimated to arrive between 4 days and 3 months.
And never. It just estimated to never. Yeah, I think on average it takes us 2.5 or 3 weeks. But that is working pretty nonstop. Just no turnaround time. Yes, that's correct. No turnaround time. Yeah, we can crank them out about every 2 weeks pretty routinely, but we have to drop most of our other projects to do it. Which sometimes we do. What else?
Super chat from Philip Edwards.
Oh,
Did
my
you
goodness.
like working with Markiplier?
So,
Yes.
Emily wanted to know, will we use Markiplier? Phillips goes, but did you like it when you did work with him? Yeah, I don't think there's almost any YouTuber that we worked with that we didn't enjoy our time with. There were 1 or 2 skeevier ones in the very early days, where honestly I don't even think they're around anymore. There was one that got on set and started creeping on people a lot. And made a lot of people uncomfortable, and he was not welcomed ever back again. And I think his channel shut down. In fact, he made a point of boasting about how many times Google had tried to shut his channel down and how many new channels he'd made. So that should have been the tip-off of like, don't work with this one. He's just about gaming the system and causing trouble. Everybody else, though, has been absolutely charming and fantastic and super talented. Mark is one of our favorite people to work with. Which makes us sad that we're not working with him right now. Where are you, Markiplier? Work with us.
He's probably at home, petting a doggo or something.
I mean, we like to believe he's at home, but that guy, I don't know how often he's even home anymore.
Oh, Flutter Rose asked, did you guys forget to say happy birthday to the people being born or celebrating birthdays in August?
We did forget
We
that.
did, which is something that we've started doing. So we're going to go ahead and say happy birthday to anyone who is born in August, which includes him.
Oh, unfortunately.
So happy birthday, guys. Oh.
Aw. Yeah, happy birthday to all of you guys that are born in August. It's an awesome month. Cool people are born in August.
Cooler people are born in November.
No, they're not. No,
You're
they're
surrounded by them.
No, they're not. They aren't.
Oh.
They're pretty cool, I guess.
Don't touch me.
You can touch
She's
me.
pretty
It's fine.
cool, I guess.
Just because I have seen a couple people asking, yes, AJ and I are dating. Yes, AJ and I are engaged. We're very excited.
Oh, yes, we are. In fact, do you want to make the announcement
The
About that?
announcement?
about that?
So, guys.
They're like, you're having a baby?
No,
No, that's not a thing.
No. We
That's
are
what the announcement sounds like, though.
very excited. This week we booked our flights for our honeymoon, which is going to be an awesome vacation, and we don't take a lot of vacations. And we're going to London, which we've never been to before, but we know there's some of you guys that live in England, hopefully nearby London, and we were talking about trying to have a meetup and see some of you guys since we don't know the next time we're going to get over there, and we think that'd be super fun. So if you're near London in October, we will be too.
Yeah. Keep watching social media for details. We will post about it. We'll have to pick out a place. And then we'll just see how many people want to show up and hang out for a couple hours.
We're talking about maybe doing like a park so that nobody has to like go like buy anything to see us or do anything like that. Just come hang out. And we'll be there for a couple hours. We will talk, play a game,
I say we
sign
might bring
something,
our Switch.
like whatever we want to do.
Or if you guys want to bring something, maybe like a frisbee. Do you have frisbees in England, or are they flying discs there? I don't know what they are, but you're welcome if this ends up being a thing. I think it's gonna be a thing. We're gonna be in another city this year as well, but it's gonna be in America. Nate, you want to make that announcement?
Oh, we're going to Chicago again.
And we're gonna make that sound.
Yes, that's
the whole way.
That's the sound I'm gonna make when I go through TSA security.
We'll be on the plane still the whole way for like 6 hours more. Until they throw us out.
And then I'll be on the news. It's like, man, thrown off the plane. The plane had to land
For real.
to throw off a man who couldn't stop going. Yeah, we're gonna be at Con Alt Delete.
Let me double check the dates.
July 13th to the. No, that's not right.
July
That's
13th.
that's my bad. The scroller at the bottom of our live stream.
Oh.
For some reason, I thought that was Con Alt Delete. My brain just.
Oh yeah, we should update
Derped?
that probably because that's over.
Yeah, we already went to Connecticut.
And it was a
Yeah.
lot of fun, by the
It
way.
was
We met a lot of you
awesome.
guys.
I assume I can update during the live chat.
I don't know.
You might be able to. You could.
Or
No,
just
maybe
wait.
not. Yeah.
I'll just wait, and this whole live chat will have a Connecticut banner at the bottom for last month. That's my bad. I thought that said Con Alt Delete. It was early when I woke up, and I was just like, oh, convention, great, it's already there.
December 14 through 16. That's the date. So it's gonna be a nice holiday opportunity for some of our encounters near Chicago to come hang out with us again, and we'll do some panels. We'll rewrite some of our songs with you. That's one of our new favorite things to do.
And we may or may not be at another convention. This year, we won't confirm it because we haven't
Yeah.
gotten confirmation yet.
Yeah,
But we may be at a different place.
we're still
Before
working on
that.
the details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, hypothetically, 3 different cities of people might end up seeing us before the end of the year. One of them not in the United States of America.
Yes, and by us, we do mean just me and AJ. We're not
Yeah,
bringing Nate on.
Nate won't be on the honeymoon.
That's good. I don't
Sorry,
want to
sorry, man.
Sophie says it is a frisbee in England, so.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much. Now I know. No, you have to battle, Mr. Meows. Meow. What questions have we been missing while I blathered on?
Lonely Buns Studios wants to know what Hogwarts house we're in.
What?
Do we all have to
Hogwarts
pick
house?
one so that we can all hang out together?
No.
I don't think that's allowed unless the Sorting Hat is like, what house do you want to be in? What house do
That's
you want
how
to be
the
in?
sorting hat
Does he
works.
always ask? Because he didn't ask most of those kids.
Well,
Not in the movie, at least. Did he ask
but
in
I
the
thought
books
that was like the point that,
what you want to be in?
yeah, because it's more about what you value than about what you are.
But if you don't say out loud to all your friends, like, which one? I mean, maybe you can read minds and, like, but if all your friends weren't thinking that at the same time, like, I want to, like, what if you all were like, the most important thing to me is to be in the house with all my friends, and you're the first one, what's the Sorting Hat going to do? Like, pass. And then, and then the next kid's like, I just want to be with all my friends.
I
Pass.
think they'll be like, oh, that sounds like a Hufflepuff thing.
He just
There you
keeps
go.
moving them like, you can be in the house at a later date.
I don't know.
He just rejects
Why
them
does he
from
talk
Hogwarts.
like that?
That's how he talks now.
He's a smoker.
He talks like this. How does the Sorting Hat talk? Do you want to do the Sorting
I
Hat
don't
voice?
know. No, I don't do voices.
Because
You
I
do voices.
thought it was a little bit more like this. You could be in Gryffindor.
I thought he was British, but
You could be in Gryffindor.
all right. Well, do you want to answer, or do you want to just keep making fun of the sorting hat?
I mean, I'm gonna make fun of the Sorting Hat a few more minutes. No, I think everybody tells me I should be the Ravenclaw. No, you keep saying Gryffindor. Gosh darn it! I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. What house you putting me in?
Guys,
Put me in a good one.
The dog.
Quick,
No bad
be
ones.
the sorting hat. Put AJ into a house, please.
Besides, wouldn't we go into an American house and I don't know those? That's the problem.
No, we're just gonna ignore this.
We're gonna assume that we all studied abroad. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, clearly.
Do you want to be in a house?
I don't know. I think I took a quiz once and it said Ravenclaw, so
I could be in Ravenclaw.
Nate has Ravenclaws.
I do. They're hidden underneath my real hands.
And you're like,
These are fake robot hands.
that's scary. Meow, what is it, Mr. Meows? What is it?
While we're doing voices, Cecile Botten wants to know if you can do a Toad impression.
Oh, can I do a Toad impression?
Please do a Toad impression.
All right. So my Toad impression, it goes a little something like,
And then everybody
Toad!
cried.
Doing the Toad voice is one of my favorite things. Mostly because of the reactions I get from everybody else around me. Mr. Moose, why are you shedding so much? Look at all this hair. Oh, summer's like ending, buddy. Why are you so sheddy still? Man. He's like, because I got 5 million pounds of hair on me. It's always coming off, isn't it? Man, you're going to end up a naked cat by the end of the stream.
Oh, no, he's not.
He's already a naked cat, technically. Otherwise, he'd be wearing clothes.
This one's kind of fun.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead and read it, Everett?
I'll read it. You're right. Itsuko the Pachimari. Question. If you were to change the beard, what would you change? If you don't want to change him or her, what Pokemon type would they be?
They are their own Pokemon type. It's a beard.
I was going to be like, it's a normal type. And I'm like, there's nothing normal about the beard.
Oh, the beard would be like poison.
Poison, you think? Maybe. I don't
Maybe
know.
he's fighting.
Ooh, a fighting type? I kind of like that. You wouldn't anticipate, because most of the fighting types, they look like fighters of some sort. The beard doesn't look like a fighter, so he'd be like surprise fighter. He's just very scrappy.
He's got claws.
Kind of. Not in like half the videos. One thing I would change about the beard is, it's not quite a change, but I want to fix his hands. He used to have big green monster hands with like claws on them, which were really like more fitting. And then those gloves broke and we never replaced them. So the beard has had just like black gloves forever. And I don't like them. They're not right for him. So I want him to get his monster claws back. We might make it a Patreon goal at some point. Since we're talking about Patreon, we do goals on our Patreon that our Patreon encounterers can help support. Patreon is a site where you just back the channel using money every month. So that's one of the things I think it'd be really cool to set as a goal is like help us get claws on the beard again, because it's been too many years. It's been like 5 years since he had monster hands, and I want him to have them back again. I still like to draw him with more like claws instead. There's so much cat hair. Oh!
Just floating through the air. He
Yeah.
doesn't even care.
Can you guys see any of this cat hair? This is like
He just doesn't care. If you see us like waving around like maniacs, it's because we're getting cat hair out of our faces.
not if we're doing this though. That means we're on our way to Chicago.
Emily,
Know the difference.
It means Boss Nass is on your plane.
So good question. That's why I would change about the beard.
Emily Collins
Hey.
donated
going on?
and asked, if you could be a character from any book, film, or video game, who would you be and why? And also, she lives in England, but not near London. I'm sorry,
Aw.
Emily. That actually does make me sad, because I've talked to you a couple times, and it would have been really fun to see you. We are
Yeah.
unfortunately not going to be able to make any trips outside of London.
Yeah, we're there a very limited time. We weren't even sure if we were going to be able to see fans, but we talked about it and we're like, we should set up an afternoon to do that.
Yeah.
But there was an important question here.
If we could be any character from a book, film, or video game, who would you be and why?
Uh-oh.
Book?
Uh-oh.
This is a very wide question. I've read a lot of books. I've watched a lot of movies. I have not played as many video games as I have read books or movies.
Bad things happen to you in video games. You spend a lot of video game with things trying to kill you.
Bad things happen in books and movies.
That's a good point. Not a romance novel. If I'm like a character from a romance novel...
Oh, so you want to be like
You're fine.
Christian Grey?
No.
Christian Grey?
Bad things happen. Bad things happen to everybody in books.
I'd be Thanos.
Oh, yeah, nothing bad has happened to him. So.
Not yet.
Killed his. That's
Oh, you're right.
Spoiler.
Nah. But he chose to do it, so was it really bad?
So Nate would be Thanos. Good choice. You already look like him too. You just need more of a butt chin going.
Butt chin?
Get a creepy, wrinkly butt chin and turn purple. You could be Thanos. We should make an Avengers musical, and Nate can play Thanos. That'd be awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Now I kind of regret that we did. And there could be like a whole section of like, you know, like,
There could be an entire musical
and
number.
just half the people he doesn't marry because he's got to do like the West Side Story thing.
Yes, there can be an entire musical number called "I Don't Feel So Good."
I don't like either of you right
Oh,
now.
there's cat hair everywhere.
No. We gotta just put this guy in front of the fan. Like, strap him in front of the fan and like go, and blow all of the hair
Just
off.
vacuum
of
him.
it. Oh, that's a good idea. He doesn't like the vacuum though. He'll run from the vacuum. You and the vacuum have a very tenuous relationship. Meow. What do you
I
got?
am gonna go ahead and just go crazy and say I'd be Joanna Mason from The Hunger Games. She's great in both the books and the movies. I love her to death. So that would be fun.
You go to the Hunger Games?
She
That sounds fun.
survives
Okay.
I'd be President Snow.
I'd be President Scrooge. I joined the Spaceballs to keep all the air off of Planet
yes.
Druidia. I don't have an act. Oh, you know what I've said in the past? I might be Kirby. Because no, Kirby would be cool.
Just so you can eat as many burgers
I can
as
copy
possible.
everybody's abilities. And he's cute.
Okay.
Cute. He can fly. He's got so many great... And he eats, like, all the time. And he doesn't, like, change shape, really, either. So Kirby is an awesome choice.
How do you change shape from being a round ball to being a more round ball? Like...
I mean, he
A
can.
fatter round ball.
Yeah, there are definitely games where he gets more round because he's, like, in Kirby's Pinball or... I forget... Canvas Curse, Rainbow Curse, some of those games. The other one I might be is a Pokemon trainer. I could totally train Pokemon for like a job. That'd be cool. I know I'm not alone. You guys also want to be Pokemon trainers, probably. But tell us what you want to be. I want to know game, movie, or book character. I'm like, what's the third one? Oh, books. That's the thing. Yeah. So if there's a character from a game, a movie, or a book that you want to be, let us know.
Heather Norton wants to know what our favorite character from Baldi's Basics is.
Oh my goodness! Thank you for the super chat, Nate. I'm gonna start with you.
The musical or the game? I assume the game. I like the principal. He's annoying, but I feel like he's the one that we quote the most maybe around the house.
That's probably
Because
true.
anytime
Yeah.
somebody does anything, we're just like, no doing this and this, or in the halls.
When will you
When will you learn?
You guys see all this hair?
That's so gross.
Can you see
why
it?
Why are you doing this? No, they can't actually. Just put it down.
Yeah, just put it on the floor.
What if I just keep accumulating it? We should do that. I don't want to live
Stop,
stream.
no, let's-
We'll
no.
just keep adding it to like a pile.
Please don't.
And at the end of the live stream, you're like, in 1 hour, we have made this much hair from this one animal. He shed so much.
Why don't we just not do that?
Okay.
How about you tell them what your favorite character from Baldi's Basics is?
I do like First Prize quite a lot. I think I hate him in the game. I can't stand him in the game, but I like his voice quite a lot. But yeah, I would probably go with the principal as well. Yeah. You're the principal as well, aren't you?
I don't know. I mean, I've never actually played the game. I've watched people play it, but I haven't played it myself. So I
Oh,
don't
so
actually
playtime.
have that, like, oh, this person's so annoying and won't let me win the game kind of feeling.
Oh.
They're all just the same level of ridiculous. Like, who even came up with, like, this broom is going to sweep down the
Oh,
hall
I
and push
forgot
it on
about
the
Gotta
side.
Sweep. Oh.
Sweep.
No, he's my favorite character.
All right.
I died when I first played the game and saw Gotta Sweep show up. And was like, what is happening? That is my favorite. Gotta Sweep.
All right.
Is
I'm
he
glad
your
I
favorite?
inspired you.
Is he your favorite too?
It might be First Prize because there is just something ridiculously amusing of like somebody's science fair project got out and is now roaming the halls begging for hugs.
to hug people. It is like the free hugs people, except a lot more aggressive.
It's true.
And a robot. It's like it saw free hugs were a thing and decided it wanted in on that.
Aw, somebody says they saw you at Five Guys.
What? That's not feasible.
that's-
Was I drawn on one of those cards, or was I actually at?
I mean, you do like to go to Five Guys.
Yeah, but when was the last time you were there?
You were with your family. I don't know the last time I was there, but that's
With
possible.
Me like a week ago.
Yeah. I do show up at Five Guys reasonably often, so you might have seen me. In which case, I'm sorry I didn't see you too, Katie.
You can always stop over and say hi.
Yeah, that's a good point. If you do see us in the wild, it's okay to say hi.
In the
We're totally
wild.
okay with that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What is your favorite Baldi's Basics character? Oh,
Sweep, sweep, sweep.
and I want to shout them out right now. So, is his name Mistman? I think it's Mistman makes the games. He's got a Kickstarter for expanding Baldi's Basics into a complete game that has like custom levels that like will generate and never be the same. And it includes like the field trip game stuff that he released recently. Possibly even a new animatronic or two. I don't remember. Animatronic. I'm like, most of them are actual people. So sorry, FNAF is mixing into my head with Baldi's Basics. Anyway, he's got a Kickstarter. I was thinking Random Encounters is probably going to back it. I hope you guys consider backing it too. I don't know how often we get the opportunities. I know Bendy has had like chapter by chapter you can support the game. And Baldi's doing something a little like that, except they're doing it all at once as a Kickstarter. So go Google Baldi's Basics Kickstarter, and if you have something you'd like to donate, You can buy basically a copy of the game early, but you can also just give them a little something. You can even try to put your own art in the game for a lot of money. But I think we're going to end up backing the Baldi's Basics game because we really have had a lot of fun with it. We think the characters are funny. It's not as scary as every other horror game, which I love. So yeah, take a look at the Kickstarter. There it is. There's the question I've been waiting for. You can keep looking. Rebecca 2861102 super chatted us to ask a question most of you want to know the answer to. Any hope on Resident Enos 3?
There's always hope.
There is always hope.
Rebellions are built on hope.
So Nate,
Resident Enos is built on hope.
what would you give as an assessment for the likelihood of Resident Enos 3 right now?
The likelihood is higher if it's not live action, basically, I think is the general assessment at this point. Dodger is busy and has a kid. Mark is very busy, and generally, we wouldn't want to do a Resident Enos 3 unless we can get Mark and Dodger back.
Right.
So
it is
it's
all hinging
complicated.
on them.
Yeah.
One update that I should check is either the rights to Resident Enos, selling Resident Enos to another company have reverted back to us or are going to revert back to us within the next 2 months. I have to check the paperwork with Disney, but they technically have the first option to produce any Resident Enos projects for the future with us right now. But that was running out, and we were going to use that as a point to talk to them and say, look, these are running out. Do you want to renew them and move forward? And, we'll get back in touch with Mark and Dodger and try to push something through with them or not. And if they say no, then at least the ball is fully in our court again to say, all right, well, we'll take those back. And any other company in the world that wants to maybe help fund this and get Mark and Dodger back on board is welcome to now. So there is hope for it. We certainly want to make it. We would love to make an entire series, to be honest. We have so many storylines for those characters. In the meanwhile, though, there's been talk about doing a game at some point, and if we made expansions even to the game, you could do even cooler things and see even more characters from that universe with Mark and Dodger and Enos. There's even a graphic novel or two, I think, that have been started. People have done web comics, fan fiction. You can find a lot of Resident Enos stuff out there while you wait for Resident Enos 3. And if you don't like enough of it, you can always make your own. We're totally cool with that, too.
Thank you to Toxic Melon for your donation. We're glad you love our
Thank you.
music.
Aww. We can sponsor somebody's question, too, with Toxic
We
Melon.
can.
Toxic Melon sponsors.
I've been trying to find some good ones. There's a lot of you guys asking about can we make blank musical, which we already kind of covered in
Right.
saying the answer is always maybe. So
If you're new in the chat, the answer is maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The only one we've confirmed today is that we're working on a Fortnite project, but it might not be done immediately. You might have to wait around for that one a little bit. But we'll see. Or it could launch tomorrow and we'll trick you all. That's like the Scott Cawthon way of doing things. Like, I'm done making FNAF games forever, he said 1 week before putting up a new FNAF game. It was like, oops, I made FNAF Sister Custom Simulator 6.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. It has animatronic Ninja Turtles in it that want to yell pizza time. I like that Scott Cawthon talks like this, apparently.
Catalina Muntianu wants to know, when you first saw First Prize in Baldi's Basics, did you have the same reaction as in the musical? Did you just jump up and shout, what the fudge does this thing do?
No, actually, you guys in a chat just like this one, I think, were the first ones to point out First Prize existed, because I didn't know yet. It was a new update from the original release of Baldi's Basics. So everybody kept saying, oh, there's another one. You missed First Prize. Do you remember First Prize? And then people were calling it the Hugging Bot or something like that.
Yeah, the Hugger or something.
The Hugger. And I was like, I don't know what they're talking about. And none of us knew. So we had to, after the chat ended, just like this, we went and we pulled out our phones in Google and we're like, what is this thing? And so we didn't quite have a what the fudge does this thing do because we weren't seeing it in the game. We first found it on Google and on the Baldi's Basics wiki and stuff. And then we're like, what am I looking at is probably what my first response was. Yeah, more like that.
That's a box with a heart in it and a head.
Yeah.
Why?
And reading about it, we were just like, so it's like sweeping time, but a lot slower and yells a lot of weird different stuff. I don't know how to feel about this. That was my reaction. Yeah. I think a lot of people like Sweeping Time, by the way. I feel like,
I've seen a bunch of people
Yeah.
saying sweep, sweep, sweep.
yeah. That's what I think is Sweeping Time. Is probably the most popular. But I've got another announcement to make.
You have another announcement?
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So
Do
I
we
gotta,
know this announcement? Oh, we know this
oh,
announcement.
I gotta put on my cool hat here. This is my cool
Yeah,
hat.
you put it on that way. It's just a hat.
Well, that's fine because I have a different logo on a different hat right here. Do you guys know what this is? I'm sure you do because you're looking at it. Yeah, it's a hat.
I know what it is.
You're wearing it wrong.
What?
She doesn't know what it actually is. So, I want to announce that Random Encounters... Oh, I'm wearing it like a cool person here. This is how cool people wear it. Oh, I'm not cool. I have to wear it like that. So, Random Encounters has finally, after like 7 years, gotten a line of Random Encounters hats. Like baseball caps that you can buy and wear and show off to your friends or give to people you hate. I don't know why you do that. Try to give them to only the people that actually like Random Encounters. Otherwise, I'll just throw them out and I'll be really sad. But we're really impressed. Our friends at CrowdMade, who also are responsible for the Baby I Love You FNAF the Musical t-shirt and the Senpai Notice Me t-shirt from Senpai Notice Me, they grouped up with us again to work on a line of hats. So now you can get hats in black, in red, and I think they might still have blue. I have to double check. So I believe... I gotta double check. I believe it's crowdmade.com/random encounters. And we should have put the link in there, but it'll be... I think most of our videos have a line in the description right now. Like Baldi's Basics I know does. Probably Granny did. Detective Pikachu, this one probably does. It should say, special merch or something like that. Random Encounters exclusive merch. And it should have a CrowdMade website. And I think the hats are live on there right now. So if you want a hat, if you've been waiting for a hat, and like I said, they look pretty cool backwards too, but then you just show everybody you're walking away from the Random Encounters. You can be like walking away from an explosion, and everyone who died in that explosion, their last thought will be like, that guy has a sick Random Encounters hat. I have to Google that. And then they'll die watching a song.
It is
instead.
crowdmade.com/random encounters, but the hats are not up yet.
Oh,
well,
they will be soon.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be up. I thought we agreed on today, but maybe they were going to wait for us to actually make an announcement. So check back, stick around. Maybe they'll be up later today or tomorrow or Monday, but they should be up very, very soon. And we are excited to have a couple early versions of them. And we even gave out 1 or 2 early ones at Kineticon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And we signed them.
It was really cool.
They're really fun actually to have people come through and be
Yeah.
able to sign them. I like.
Yeah. They're adjustable. You got a little strap on it. So if you got a gigantic head like me. Peter actually has a gigantic head.
And my head's not
Yeah.
gigantic.
Peter has to always like max out the size of his. It's because he's got so much hair. That's why. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the other announcement I want to make is that there are new Random Encounters hats. And this one's covered in cat hair already. Mr. Mears, why did you do this to us?
We have a super chat.
Oh.
No question, but from the commenter.
The commenter.
Thank you.
Thank you for your super chat. We should sponsor a question with the commenters.
We should. We're getting a lot of highs. Like people are just
Just
showing
getting
up,
here.
which is kind of funny. But
Oh,
hi.
hi. Welcome to Baldi's live chat.
In commenting and having questions.
And answering? Oh, there you go.
Apparently, if you wear the hat inside out, it's called a sand crab fedora. I don't understand.
I don't trust these.
But also,
Oh.
we shouldn't wear things inside out. That's
Oh.
no fun.
This person has fighting words for us.
Fighting words.
Fighting words.
Oh no, where?
Yunita Misaki says, man on the internet is beating you. Ouch, why are they beating me? Stop it, man on the internet. A man on the internet was beating me yesterday.
Oh no.
And they somehow sang your song better than you. What do you have to say about that? I assume you're referring to the Fates of Undertale, because Man on the Internet is most popularly known, at least back in the day, for making an Undertale musical where they took all the music from the game and they cast some voice actors and they recorded that over and then like showed clips of the game or artwork from the game, or artwork just of their own. And would kind of like have like almost an audio play. And I think they might have evolved that into closer to almost a machinima version. I don't remember. But they did release like a 2-hour, 4-hour version of it or something crazy like that. That just uses all the game soundtrack and puts their own words to it. And for Christmas one year, or their anniversary, or April Fool's, I don't remember which, they actually took our Fates of Undertale song because they were a big fan of it, and they did it with their voice actors, with a piece of artwork up on their channel, which we thought was awesome. So I don't mind if they're beating us. I don't mind if you think that they did a better job than us. The important thing is we did the song, we're proud of it, and then we moved on, and we've made a lot of other videos since. So Undertale fans that really like Man on the Internet and their work on something like that, that's awesome. Good for you. Especially because we haven't done enough Undertale on our channel. So I'm glad other channels are doing that while we work on Baldi and Granny and Detective Pikachu and Fortnite and stuff like that.
All
Cuphead.
those things.
Cuphead, that was fun. Doki Doki Literature Club, that was fun.
That was so much fun. I like it.
Yeah. I'm only naming things from this year. I'm like, it was like 3 years ago that we put up Fates of Undertale. There's a lot that we've made since then.
Mm-hmm.
Including, we did come back to Undertale at least one more time to do Determined to the End, which is about Gaster. So, we got in some stuff. I'm not sure that Man on the Internet did a Gaster song. If I'm wrong about that, correct me.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sounds kind.
That's great.
Mm.
Wow. Let's play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Are you done?
Wow, that's great. Let's play again sometime. This is me impersonating Playtime. So anyway, thanks for sponsoring that. The Commenter.
This person wants to know if we can feature Adriana and Katie Herbert as main roles in more musicals, please.
Lewis
Which-
Greaves asks.
We're gonna use Katie, aren't we, for a main role?
Oh, we are.
In a musical.
Katie is actually, she's already recorded. We're going to probably re-record with her just once we're a little closer to launching it. But Katie's actually working with us as a lead role on another project already.
And we would love to work with Adriana again.
We
was
would.
Fantastic.
I saw on social media yesterday that Adriana and Oreo were hanging out.
I got a little jealous.
I was
I'm
jealous
not
too.
gonna lie.
I was like, oh.
That
and
would have
what
been
is-
a fun party to crash.
all the cool kids are hanging out and we're not there because we're not the cool kids. It's a funny thing when you start seeing like
We're
people
also
that
just not in LA. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think it'd be fun to be more social. I have been talking with another YouTuber to come hang out with us in the coming weeks. I can't talk more about it than that, but it just got me more hyped for being more social and seeing like them hanging out. So having Adriana come back for more stuff, absolutely, that'd be super fun. Get Katie in it too, or a different one, doesn't matter. Just as many people as we can have. We can have friends, and we hang out and also film music videos together.
I think that's part of the problem with having guest stars in is all we want to do is have them back. Like,
Yeah.
we get such cool and talented and funny and awesome people, and all we want to do is be like, can we hang out again? Can we film another thing? Can we just, do more? We like you.
And at some point, they have to make their own videos still, so you can't hog all of their time, especially if we don't live as close to them as, we want to. Excellent question, though. And yes, for anybody asking about Oreo as well, Oreo would be fun to have in more musicals, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, like we said earlier in the chat, in case you missed it or just got here, we've enjoyed pretty much every YouTuber we've gotten a chance to work with and would like to work with pretty much all of them again at some point. So, yeah. And some new ones, too. We're working on continuing to branch out because we know how much you guys like those guest cameos and guest stars and things like that.
Yeah.
It's just hard to schedule them because they are all busy with their own channels making their own awesome content. So, gotta find time for both.
Lenny Amino wants to know, what's the hardest musical you made?
Amino! Gotta go do
What's
some
your informant?
blogging. I just love to blog with all my friends.
You get so excited.
I get so excited. What is the hardest musical that we made?
Bendy, probably.
I agree with you.
Possibly Cuphead. Possibly.
Cuphead was pretty hard, but once we got that down, like into a rhythm, we got pretty good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Bendy was really hard for us to ever actually hit a rhythm because there was always something new we hadn't planned on, like having troubles with.
Yeah, Bendy was just a pain.
Yeah. Super Monkey Ball, the musical, weirdly, is like one of the hardest things we ever did either. That one took extra days. We cut half the songs. It was kind of a nightmare, but I'm glad we did it now. It makes for great stories, but weirdly, really difficult, and it was all on green screen. Excellent question. How are we doing on time? Oh,
We're getting close.
we're getting close.
We've got about 5 more minutes, guys. So if you have any particularly awesome questions that you want to help us finish out the chat with, things other than can you make this musical or that musical, go ahead and send them our way, please. Why did Peter voice the medic, but AJ acted as the medic?
Well, Professor Animator YouTube, that is how we did the original Medic song as well, so we've just kept it in canon. The reason we did it in the original Medic song is just because Peter's voice sounds more like the Medic. It is funny, though, whenever Peter does the Medic, he doesn't do accents particularly well, except for, like, British. So the way we actually handle it is when I type out the lyrics, I type out a Peter version of the lyrics, where all the words are spelled phonetically to sound more like with a German accent. And so I'll spell things wrong in English to give him a better, idea of how to say it as he's recording it. And I don't have a lot of training either, so anyone who's German will probably be like, yeah, it's kind of a dicey accent. And that's half because I don't know how to write it and half because he doesn't know how to say it. So between the two of us, we sort of have a German accent. I was trying to remember if we had any other important things we had to announce on today's chat. We already talked about coming back to Con Alt Delete in Chicago. We already mentioned that it might not be the next musical, but we are working on a Fortnite song. That's confirmed. We showed off these cool hats.
We did.
That's important.
And all the different ways you can wear them.
Yeah, and told you how to get them too, so that you don't have to just watch them and think, how cool. I wish I had one of those.
I think we've run out of announcements, unless you want to start making things up. Like, next month, we're all going to turn into velociraptors.
Oh, yeah.
And come and
Forgot to mention that.
Yes.
completely
You're gonna be a
destroy
velociraptor.
a town of gnomes.
That would be great, and we could draft some of you guys to become them. We could, raid a town, burn it to the ground. We could
Yeah.
eat
totally.
all the people living there.
And all the olives. We love olives, so we'll just eat every olive.
And all of the olives.
Yes. Aren't you
None of the
excited
rest of the
about
food,
eating
only
all
olives.
of the olives?
Off of people's sandwiches.
The olives that are
Sitting in the
probably
sun
in your
for
church parking lot
for 2 weeks.
for 2 weeks.
L.
Oh my
Gross.
goodness.
Yuck. We announced going to London as well.
We did.
Just to briefly meet up with some of you guys in October. Details coming forth.
The Epic's Cherry just sent us a super chat saying,
Oh.
hello, I'm a huge fan of you guys, and can I get a beard salute?
A premature beard salute? Can we do that right
I
now?
don't know.
I mean, it's close to the end. We could do 2 of them. Let's do one right now. All right. So we're going to synchronize with you guys. We'll count down. And then we'll do another one at the end because this is the practice one, okay? Rehearsal. Rehearsal beard salute. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Beard salute! Oh, you did it wrong.
I thought it was on one.
You got to yell beard salute first.
Okay.
Alright.
It was practice.
It was practice. It's okay.
You did it very
That was a
wrong.
failed beard salute. Clearly, we don't know agree how to
Need
do
another
them.
practice round?
Clearly, you don't
No,
know that you
we'll
do
do
it on one.
We'll do it at the end, okay? We'll
Okay.
do it great then. When
Okay.
have we not yelled beard salute first? We always yell beard salute first. Right? Right? I always yell beard
yes.
salute.
We practice beard salutes.
Oh, well,
I
okay.
don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know. I give terrible beard salutes, so we all know this.
No. I saw another super chat. It's from the same person we've had from earlier, so thank you for your generosity. I hope we get to your question a bit later, maybe. Like in another live chat. We also do comments videos. You guys probably have noticed, but there will probably be one coming up for Baldi's Basics. We didn't do that one, right?
Nope,
Not
we have
yet.
not done that.
Yeah, so we have not done a Baldi's Basics comments video. We also haven't done one for you and me. I don't know if we will, because you guys were more into Baldi's Basics than Team Fortress 2. And I don't blame you one bit. I think Baldi is a really creative game. And now we have Interpretive Dance by Nate.
No.
Oh, we don't. Sorry. I thought that was another announcement we had. I was mistaken. Oh, I forgot. There was also a FAQ, an FAQ, down in the description. So if we didn't get to a question today that was really important to you, it might have been answered in the past, and it will be found in that document. So you can go take a look. Some of our moderators have edited it even to be more accurate over the years, or as things have changed. So take a look at that, and you might find an answer to something that you just didn't get a good answer from us about. The other thing going on was social media. Keep following us on social media because details about that London meetup will be there. There's also going to be another meeting about Gwen and my wedding coming up in about a month. So you might want to follow us on like Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that because we will post about it there. And other stuff like musicals.
Maybe.
They don't care about music videos here.
Just cat photos. That's it.
Just cat photos. It's true. Mr. Moose has been under this table. Mr. Meows, what are you doing under here? Meow, 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 meow. I kick the other cat all the time by accident. I did it again last night.
Aww.
I sat up in my chair and she was under the desk where the computer at. And I keep bumping her in the nose with my foot and I feel horrible.
I find it really funny how many things she hides under as opposed to this guy who just climbs up on top of things. And it always amuses me because he's all white and she's all black and all I can see is ceiling cat and basement cat. Every time. It's just ceiling cat from above and basement cat from below.
I wonder if she's just trained because she comes in my room a lot and I don't let her climb on things. So she likes to go under the bed.
That makes some sense too.
Or on the bed is okay, but
yeah.
I wonder if she is just like, I'm not supposed to be on things.
Maybe.
Interesting.
Yeah. She always ends up under there and she goes to sleep right next to my foot. So the moment I shift, I end up like bopping her in the nose and I feel horrible. I'm like, who can do that to a cat? His poor sensitive cat nose. Why would I do that?
Alright.
I'm bad.
I think it's about time for our last question. And I saw it here earlier and I'm trying to figure out who it was from. But the question was, if you could redo a musical now, knowing new skills and all that stuff, which one would you redo?
All right, so I've got one actually. I was just thinking it last night because it came up a couple times. We have a rap song for Knuckles the Echidna called Tricked by the Eggman, and we filmed it on green screen and then never put in the green screen. What we did instead was we had somebody work with us to do a bunch of like typography where like the words, like the lyrics kind of like rush in with cool effects and stuff. I don't like that. I want to animate that entire song. Even if it's just like with game, pixel art and stuff like that. I think it'd be so much better to actually take, and the song is actually kind of fun. Casey Dwyer plays Knuckles in it, just like in Sonic Boom and the Big the Cat song. And he does an awesome job of it. And I'm like, this is a really fun song. It has a lot of stupid internet memes. They're out of date now and stuff. But it also references a gazillion Sonic games. It actually covers a really big gap of Sonic history. And I'm really sad that we never finished that video up with something more interesting than just Casey on a green screen dancing around. So, one day, I would love to get an animator, not us because people don't like when we animate things apparently, but get an animator who's a little bit better than us to come do an actual animation for Knuckles the Echidna rapping. It'll be awesome. One day we'll do it. And then it'll come out and it'll get way more views than this one ever got. I promise. People will like it. They'll share it.
Yes. Yeah, I guess it'll do better than the last one. It still won't do well.
No, but Sonic is kind of actually weirdly evergreen. The internet never runs out of love for Sonic the Hedgehog. As you can tell, by the way, Sonic Mania has done really, really, really well. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So we ready to do a real beard salute and say goodbye to all of our friends for the day?
I suppose we can do that. We
Did
do a
you
live
want to stick
chat.
around?
No, that's okay. I think actually I'm someplace between really sleepy and really hungry.
Oh.
So
you should take a nap while eating a cheeseburger.
That's exactly what my plan is. Yeah, I'm going to do that. If we didn't get to your question, remember we are doing a questions video for Baldi's Basics. We'll be pulling questions from the comment section of Baldi's Basics, the musical. And we also do a live chat once a month. So when's the next one?
And
It'll
we
be-
also...
September or something.
We are all on Instagram and do answer questions on Instagram if you want to try and ask things over there, as well as the Discord for any Patreons. And there's a couple different ways to talk to us. So if you want to,
Five
check
Guys,
us out.
for example.
Five Guys,
If you
yes.
see us in Five
See you
Guys.
at Five Guys.
That's one way.
Our next live chat will be Saturday, September 1st.
Saturday, the
Alright.
1st of September.
Yes.
Perfect. It's less than a month away. So we hope to see you guys there. It'll be the same place right here on YouTube, and it'll be the same time, starting at 12 Pacific.
All right.
That's it.
Thanks so much for spending an hour with us, guys. We love having you guys around.
We do.
Are we ready for a real beard salute?
Yeah. We're
Okay.
not going to count down this time, okay? We're just going to yell beard salute. We're going to do it.
We're what? We're changing it? We're not even doing
We're doing it live!
All right,
We're
let's
doing it
do
live.
All right.
All right. You guys ready? Here we go. Beard salute! Woo! Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
This is where I get to stare awkwardly at the camera, make faces at you.